Hi everybody, it's James and welcome back to TGWPIS FC, where we are going to be playing two huge matches in the league. One against Manchester City, the other against second place Chelsea, which could very well decide how well we are going to do in the title race. Though as you saw in the Carabao Cup, we kind of do all right against Chelsea. Let's talk about games played. We'll talk about transfers and then we'll get right into it. So we're going to speed run this. Since you guys were last year against the Chelsea Demolition, we've had a little bit of fading form. We went to Fulham, won 3-0, went to Watford, won 4-1, lost 2-0 the Leeds away from home, just never got into the game. Then drew 1-1 against Manchester United, gave up a 50th minute goal. Then won 1-0 against Burnley, because away from home at Burnley, which is expected because it's Burnley. And then in the FA Cup, fourth round, went and smashed in Oxford 6-0, which gave us Leicester in the FA Cup fifth round. So we have cup games galore coming up here. There's where we are schedule-wise, which leaves us right now 1 point ahead of Chelsea with them having a game in hand. So the second game where we play, they're playing today with us, which isn't their game in hand, but then we're playing them, which we would need to win that game to at least make sure that if they win their game in hand, we are still a point ahead. Goal difference is not going to be surmounted. They are scoring goals for fun. But we've improved the team. We've done some transfers. Some greats have left. Some strong replacements have come in. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the outs first. Juice Deleu is on loan at Norwich. Antonio Jose is now on loan. Oh, no. Gillam has gone to Shakhtar Donetsk because he wasn't getting any playing time where he was at Frankfurt, and now he is. It's great. Antonio Jose has gone to Nice for £37.5 million. He wasn't happy about his playing time. I think we've upgraded in the position. You'll see in a second. And yeah, he also was Brazilian, and we all know what that Brazilian kind of rule we have is. Marcus Rashford went to Arsenal for £6 million. Cheap. Richie de Kock has left us and is at Juventus now for £65 million. A great servant of the club, did wonderful things for us. I think we've improved past him, and you'll see kind of the quality we brought in. Also, we were rubbing up against player limits, eligibilities, homegrown. So I kind of went on a homegrown spree, and you'll see that. Darren Freeman went to Ajax for £23 million. Ajax just loves buying strikers off of us. They've got Gromiak, now they've got Freeman. It's great. It's just buy our strikers and third choice strikers. Pierre Landry went to Manchester United for £51 million. We were called Javier from his loan to come and be our backup because Landry is going to be out for the next month and a half in AFCON. So to sell him, get money in a player that we weren't going to have as our rotational left back, and to bring in our rising star, absolutely win-win. Mick Burns has gone to Aston Villa. He was a rotational backup keeper. He wasn't doing anything for us. He was just like, hey, he's an English 21 international keeper. Hooray. Cristianos Giannopoulos went to Milan for what we paid for him. He just wasn't doing anything. We've kind of and it was, once again, player rating rules and eligibility, so just kind of good to get what we paid for him back. And then McCain went to Tottenham for £6 million. Guy we picked up on a free, turnaround, got $6 million for him. We're fine with that. Whether he plays or not, he's never going to make it into our team. So that leads us to ours. And I think we're going to go through this pretty darn fast. Josh Galloway is a Welsh under 17, a 17-year-old keeper capped at under 21. We got him for free for Crusaders. He looks like he can be a extreme world talent, which is why we let Doherty go, or we let Barnes go. Here's a great Welsh keeper who does the same stuff. So there we go. The biggest one, Yannick Mbog, a world-class midfielder from PSG with 50 million up front, rising to probably about 115 million pounds. The guy's good. Like, this is like the Richie DeCock. You know, like, why? How could you replace Richie? What could you do? Why in the midfield? Toffoli was there. We also let Moreau go back. We terminated his loan. This is why. This guy's insane. He's left-footed and is a Mezzala machine. Can play striker if we need him to. Can play attacking mid. He has played 4 games for us in the Premier League. He has an assist. We played against him in the Super Cup. He's played in the Champions League with us. I think he's got a goal for us in the Champions League. No, actually, he hasn't played in the Champions yet. But yep, 4 games, 1 assist. Absolute mad lad. You can see, too, 24 years old, French international, 51 caps for France and 11 goals. I like everything about this guy. The only thing is he doesn't have the greatest jumping reach. I don't need him to be a jumping reach. He's a Mezzala. He's good. He's strong. He does what we want. He plays multiple positions. He's versatile. He's not he's not the best defender, but he's not slouching. And pair him up next to Aguilar, who can really do some defending, or put a Hill in, who is suspended. Win-win. So we've got a world-class midfield now, which I'm super excited about. Ooh. Then the rest of the guys were just... Okay. The system's being weird. We're just value buys. Lillian Reynolds for £40,000 is an impact sub midfielder who is English and, to be honest, could definitely do a job for us. He's not horrible in any way. Looks great. Can play as an attacking mid or a midfielder. For £400,000. Takes care of that. That Cristianos Giannopoulos hole in the midfield. Then the replacement for Freeman was this guy, Devate Amato, who is a Uruguayan striker who you're saying, James, but he's not English. Well, you would be right, except for the fact that he was trained at Manchester United, so he's eligibility homegrown in nation, not homegrown in club, but homegrown in nation, and he's completed his over 1,825 days, and he's waiting paperwork to become English. So we have an English striker here, and is very much. Can I compare him with Freeman? No, but you can see here is 2-footed. It can do the job that Freeman. Freeman was a lot pacier, but this guy just absolutely spanks. And is a decent penalty taker, too. So he's somebody we can bring in, do a job for us, and do a job well. And I'm happy to have that. And he's an emergency backup, so if we don't register him for some things, he won't be pissed about not playing any games. Also for £775,000 to be worth $31 million now. Thank you. Then from Liverpool, a squad player. This is Adrian McKennan. He's an Irish international. 11 claps. He's a squad player, but you can see a guy who can play in the midfield. He plays attacking midfielder. He's listed as a midfield orchestrator. This guy is also a freaking beast. You want to talk about a guy who can play box-to-box midfield. This guy can play box-to-box midfield. He's nuts. If you look at him compared to John Aguilar, Aguilar is slightly better at defending. This guy has some better technicals in attacking going forward. There's not much difference between the two of these guys. And in some cases, Adrian is actually the better player. If I can pull up box-to-box midfielder. Yeah, in some cases, Adrian, when it comes to defending, actually tackling and stuff, there's not much between these two guys. Like I said, mentally, Aguilar is better. Technically, McKennan is better. And physically, McKennan's a little bit better depending where you look. So, yeah. It is a absolute coup to have Adrian McKennan here with us on the team now. And we just love the fact that we have him. Then for £100,000 from Crusaders, Kyle Doran. An either-footed midfielder. 16, with high potential. Because our youth intake is going to suck, we have to find our potential players elsewhere, so we just scour like we normally do. And brought him in from Ireland. And then finally, for £20 million going up to 29 million, this is Russell Devoy. He is an English 16-year-old striker from Southampton. Why did we spend so much money on him? Well, look at him. He's 16, and he already looks like this. With a little bit of growth and potential, this guy could be a madman. Once again, looking at the future, look how we developed McGill and Crothers. You know, Crothers is 20. This guy in a couple of years, who knows what he could be like, but he is kind of already at that. He's already homegrown at club in nation, which is huge. He'll be homegrown in club at 800 days, which is, 3 years? At that point, he'll be 16, so he'll be 18. Then we can do that. He's listed as the next Michael Owen. That tells you anything. He's resolute. He will be great. We're going to mentor the crap out of him. So yeah, there's that. And that's it. We have a few other ones that aren't going to join us for a couple of months. Filip Atosha, who is a Croatian center back, who is 16. Johan Janesk, who is a left wing back from Genk, who, as you can tell, at 17 looks really freaking good. So somebody we definitely wanted to bring in. And then finally, Tomasz Grodzinski, who is a small right winger, but with that kind of pace and like 8 passing, possibly 10 to 14 marking, and that kind of tackling with crossing ability, he can't play it yet, but I'm going to train this guy to be a right wing back because I think he could excel in that position. And yeah, that's it. That was all the transfers. So the team now lines up like this. By the way, Andy Hill suspended for the game because he got a yellow card, because Andy Hill gets yellow cards. It's what he does. Victor Miguel, still injured. He's still out for another 3 to 6 months after blowing out his crucial ligaments. Another great one was torn calf muscle for Mark. So yeah, he's out for 2 to 3 months. Good thing we bought all those other guys. Lillian Reynolds will stay on the bench, as will Aaron Swan, who will make it off here. But the bench is Crothers, Valderrama, Amato, Val, McKinnon, Moraz, Frock, Javier, and Maddox Pierce, with the 11 of Rizzo, Lazarov, Zakula, Achman, Overhoff, Pedro, Aguilar, Abonia, Toffoli, Elkier, and Filipovic. 2 huge games. Manchester City, which we need to win, just to keep pace with Chelsea, and then we need to beat Chelsea because, you know, they are chasing after us in the league. David Anato is not really sure on the play. That's fine, David. That's fine. Beautiful. By the way, Mbog we may be using his surname or his first name versus his surname. Also, he's learning English, so we can't really expect him to. We don't really have anybody who speaks French on the team. So there is that. But anyways, here we go. 13 minutes in. We are up and going here. Here is Overhoff. Finds Filipovic, who wins ourselves a corner. Looks like we are home for this one. And Bogue sends the ball in. It is cleared, but he will collect it. He's actually better at corners than Filipovic. Nice little spray out here to Overhoff, who finds his way wide. Cleared. Pedro, of course, is here now. Aguilar. And Bogue. Filipovic. Elkier. And Bogue. Saved by Green. So already testing the keeper here early. Delict pressured by Elkier. He does love to give himself some pressure. Klopner, Foden, Wirtz, Clean, Klopner, Diaz, Kopner, Diaz, Kopner. Presses on here. Foden. Forced back to the keeper, to Green. Delict. Jones. I guess he's allowed to run at the defense. Mokoku. Achman clears that. And Zakula will take it back to Rizzo. Achman finds Overhoff. Now we look to build here. Overhoff finds Elkier, who's on his horse. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Elkier doing what Mark Elkier does. That was a great defensive play. Overhoff pulls the defense out. Elkier's there. He gets on his horse. At that point, he's not getting caught. Rounds the keeper, slots it home. There was only one thing that was happening there. 1-0 to the good guys. We've had 5 shots in the first 5 minutes. As now Overhoff finds Mbogue to Toffoli, sends the ball in here, but Mbogue is going to collect now. Finds his way over here, finds it to Pedro. Pedro in the box. Tries to find it to Filipovic. Keane collects, but Aguilar on it. Finds Elkier, lays it off here to Overhoff. Tries to get to Toffoli. Cleared out. Ackerman's there. And we recycle the ball back in. Toffoli. Elkier. Hold off is there. Toffoli's in there. Tries to shoot. He does. He scores his 12th goal of the season, ladies and gentlemen. 2-0 up in the first 10 minutes. Welcome to TGWPIS FC. When it works, boy, is it beautiful football. It just knocked around, threw balls there. It had like 8 different guys looking to push forward. It didn't matter. Toffoli was the guy who it fell to. He scores it, and now we move on. His 12th goal of the season. I think his 10th goal with us. Because his 2 other goals came against us when he was with Manchester United. Header cleared and collected by Achman. Finds Overhoff. Back here to Achman. Flicked on. Oh, look at the play here, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. That did deserve a goal at the end of it, but it is just the front 5 is just it's just playing beautiful football. Elkier has a goal and an assist. Pedro cuts that out, finds Filipovic. Filipovic to Elkier. Elkier, that's a penalty. All day. Delict is going to plead his ignorance, but we all know that those don't get turned over. Penalty awarded. We know who's going to step up here, ladies and gentlemen. It's Elkier. For the first half brace, it is saved by Green. Oh, we're going to have that rule come back into play now, huh? Mbogue, ball in here. Cleared. Aguilar tries to fire it in here, but it gets hit. It deflects off of Mokoku. And that's just sad. We could have been 3-0 up. But look at the domination here, folks. You have to go down to the possession stat to find something that Man City has actually done. And then remember, this is the Man City that really manhandled us earlier in the season. Like, really manhandled us. Pedro. Toffoli. Crosses in. Filipovic is at the back post. How that didn't go in, I don't know. Corner now. Mbogue. Lazarov. It's cleared, but Mbogue will collect this back in. Finds Aguilar. Gets it to here to Mbogue. Gets it to Pedro. Aguilar may have been offside. And that is barely not a goal. It just goes to show you what this team is like. I'm happy with the amount of shots. Keep it going, folks. Zakula on a yellow, not a problem. Toffoli, Achman, Elkier. They're going to argue offside. I don't think so. Let's see. Nope, arms down. Goal awarded. A brace for Elkier. Overhoff to Elkier. Oh, yeah, he's onside. The only thing I was thinking is maybe they were talking about was Filipovic involved in an offside position? Yeah, I guess he wasn't involved in an offside position because he wasn't even involved in the play. So, a brace for Elkier. Lazarov on the ball here. Gets it to Pedro. Pedro finds Elkier, who tries to head it across goal. Green collects this one. And we're going to see what they're going to do now. Green goes to send it long. Achman, Overhoff to Foley. Tackled. Elkier's there. Aguilar makes the run for midfield. He rounds the keeper. John Aguilar gets his 4th of the season, 1st of the game. Filipovic gets, or not Filipovic, Elkier gets his 2nd assist of the game. Yeah. Beautiful, like, vision here. By the way, with his off foot, Elkier is left-footed. But to be able to do that just shows you the skill of the man. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. You love to see how this is working out. Aguilar with the goal, Overhoff with 2 assists, Elkier with 2 goals and 2 assists, Toffoli with a goal. And Bogue has been playing very well too. Lazarov doesn't send it in there, but, you know, just the entire team is playing so well, so comfortably together too. It really makes me happy. It really makes me think that we can challenge for the Premier League. Overhoff, Aguilar, Toffoli, Elkier, nice little outside the boot shot pass here to Pedro, who goes like turn and burn it, and now Mokoku's on it. Mokoku, Overhoff, crunching tackle. Lazarov, Khamlu plays it back here to Zakula, to Achman. Lazarov, Zakula. Like, we can send this thing long here, boys. There's a wing back. There's Pedro. Not really the best pick out there to try and find Filipovic. Robson, Mokoku. I think this is going to get rolled for offside. He looked very offside. Yeah, disallowed. Yeah, let's see how bad this is. Yep, the line steps up. Smart play. Smart play by the boys. Verts can't get this one. Lazarov finds it, gets it back here to Zakula. Sends it into Aguilar. Gets it to them. And Bogue, lashes it just wide, but it looks like he almost got his first goal of the season for us. All right, let's make a change or two here. Zakula playing on a yellow. We've got Frocht. I mean, look at this. Oh, yeah. What about just bringing on Adrian McMenon here for Toffoli and just replacing quality with quality? Having a deep bench. And then we'll hold off here for a second. We'll take off Filipovic. They want me to bring on Pedro. I don't. They want to bring on Jack Crothers, who pretty much is a carbon copy of Filipovic. Pedro, McMenon, Pedro, Elkier. Elkier with his 3rd of the game. It is a hat trick for him. Plus 2 assists. And is it a perfect? He scored with his left. I think it's a perfect hat trick for him. But yeah, it is a hat trick for Elkier. 3 goals, 2 assists. What more could you want from the guy? Playing his absolute head off. Aguilar now, ball in here. Frocht tries to get it in and hits it just over the bar. And we are going to see this game end 5-0. A real help to the goal difference here with this game. Very well done today, lads. Elkier, obviously man of the match. He wanted to show up for you guys. He's also listed as a team leader now at Elkier. Very nice. Deserved that one, and I'm definitely not going to deny it. Absolutely superb. I'll leave the analysts to the pundits. Just the absolute scenes of it. We needed to win because obviously it looks like Chelsea drew. Chelsea drew. That's huge for us. Absolutely huge. Also helps out that goal difference a ton. Gives us another 5 points, and also pushes Elkier further up the golden boot chase. Crothers gets a wage increase. That's awesome. Elkier, hey, Elkier, I'm pleased with how you played. Well done. Yeah, that was a huge drop points for Chelsea. Because now a win puts them even on points with us. So, with that game in hand. Rizzo was awesome. Everything was good. I will see you guys back here in a sec for when we play the Chelsea game. It's Chelsea time. So, the team is the same one you saw play last time. Rizzo, Lazarov, Zakula, Ackman, Pedro, Overhoff, Mbog, Aguilar, Toffoli, Elkier, and Filipovic. The bench is the same, except Val loses out to Andy Hill because Andy Hill is a destroyer. And if we want to win a game, it's good to have a guy like Andy Hill that you can bring in and just destroy. Granted, we also now have our boy here, Adrian McMenamin, who can also destroy. So if we need to change up the whole midfield, we absolutely can, and just turn it in from like a box-to-box Mezzali to just like a deep line playmaker on defend and a ball-winning midfielder on defend, and just watch these guys just go, yeah, we're protecting the back three. Good luck. Really rely on Arsenal. Happy with that. We work hard. All right. We all know what Chelsea were like in the Carabao Cup. How are they in the league? Gravenberch, Valderrama, they're not starting. They're not starting Vlahovic. Then Rizzo will collect. Let's see how they're pressing. They're not pressing. So Lazarov to Pedro. Blows by his man. Toffoli breaks the line. Oh, and the chip. Perfect stuff here. Vlahovic isn't starting. He's doing on the bench. He's got to be injured. This is our time to take it. We have to take advantage of this. He's the league's leading scorer in the league. Uguthi. Ballard. Back to Durango. Ball over the top here. Valderrama will turn him, but Zakula, calm as you like. And Bogue, nice hold-up play there. Look at this, calm out at the back. Pedro. Filipovic. Aguilar. Toffoli, again, breaks through the line. This time, he doesn't miss. Federico Toffoli, his 13th goal of the season, 11th with TGWPIS FC. Yeah, he needs to be in that attacking mid-role. I liked Moreau. He was nice, but you know who's better than Moreau? Mbog. 13 minutes in, we go up 1-0 against title rivals Chelsea. Mbog now on in. Lazarov flashes it over. One of those is going to go in soon. We know it. I mean, Lazarov, we all know he's 1 in 4. He's usually pretty good for those. We'd have to expect for him. Oh, Aguilar got the assist on that one too. Nice. Way to go, Aguilar. Slants the ball through here. Pedro now. Filipovic. Nets does clear. It does get it off of him. But he forces them to go long. Zakula will win that. Toffoli back to Lazarov. We switch the play over here to Ackman. And Bogue finds Elkier, who I guess lays it off here to Overhoff, but doesn't really get it to him. It's kind of a weird situation here. Ball over the top. Shearer's there. Rizzo, he came out when he did, and he shouldn't have. Now it's 1-1. We'll berate the guys for that one. That usually fires them up. It didn't. Well, that sucks. And Shearer is, I guess the positive thing is that they are tiring quicker than we are. I think a demand more is now going to be the good play. Aguilar got aggressive. Frustrated, but everybody else kind of got fired up. Come on, guys. So much the better team here. I'm not happy with their performance out there. Let that sink in. They're pumped. Shearer comes off for Marco Acosta. Let's start attacking him a little bit more. Let's get stuck in and use tighter marking. Let's start using our wily tricks here. Reyna. That's an easy catch for Rizzo, who is going to punt it long though I have him to play out of the back and distribute to center backs. Works, the pressure works though, and Elkir's on it. Gets tackled, doesn't matter, slots in Filipovic. Ladies and gentlemen, Elkir to Filipovic. We are now up 2-1 against the Blues. I mean, look at the determination. Gets tackled, doesn't matter. Ref plays advantage, and rightly so. Cross comes in, low. Filipovic slides it into the back of the net. Great determination by Elkir, even a good finish by Dejan Filipovic. And now we're going to make a change here because Aguilar is tiring. But here's the funny part is, besides from the stamina, Adrian McMenamin is a bit of a better box-to-box midfielder. So that is an easy change. So he's going to come in and provide some more solidity here in defense in the midfield. And I'm happy to make that change. Reyna. Ball in low. Ballard. Back to Reyna. We do close. Acosta. Ballard. Ruganthi. Rodriguez. How is that a goal? How is he onside? Where is this guy? Oh, Overhoff kept him on. All right. It's time for very attacking. It's time to go for broke. And I think the other thing we're going to do now too is don't distribute quickly. And now we also push up the lines. Because we need this win. We have to go for this. We have to go for this. Come on, guys. Oh, they're just getting set piece happy here. Nets, James, Ruganthi, back to the keeper. Zakula, Mbog, McMenamin, Filipovic, Toffoli, Elkir, on his own. Elkir. Sorry about the hiccup there. Don't raise your arm. Yes, get in! Huge by the Elk. Absolutely beautiful ball. Absolutely onside too. Elkir just doing the business here for us. Now we're going to keep it like this because the pressure is on. Lazarov, great tackle. Oh, guys, come on. Oh, no. No. Reyna, Rizzo makes the save. Huge. Now they're going to be throwing bodies forward at us too. Ball in, Overhoff, cleared. Reyna, ball back in. Jesus. Oh, Filipovic, find Elkir. Toffoli. It's a free kick. I don't know what happened at the end of that play, but I don't care. Last minute. Ball in, Mbog. Lazarov. It's collected by the keeper. He's going to launch this thing. We know he is. It's high. It's long. It's with Pedro. Down. Oh, get there. Get there, Zakula. Oh, Ackerman, Zakula. That's not the time for back heels, guys. Jesus Christ. Pedro. Ref. Blow the whistle here, ref. Elkir. Filipovic. Toffoli. Or just score another. Ref. Get in! Come on! That was it. That was what we were looking for. God, that got nervy at the end. Jesus. Well done, lads. We needed that. That makes the game in hand irrelevant. And it keeps us at least a point ahead. But holy crap. Elkir, it was a delight and well-deserved. You've managed to extend your unbeaten run. Playing how you know how far we can go. Okay, so the game in hand, if they win, so 61, 62, 63, 64, puts them into the game in hand. They win, puts them on 64 points. 65, 66, 67. Is Vlahovic, like, injured? He is. Okay. He could be out for a while, too. Filipovic set for goal bonus. Yeah, well, yeah, Toffoli with a goal and an assist, absolutely key for us. Yeah, Elkier's on 34 total goals for us now. 15 for Dejan Filipovic, 11 for Toffoli. Should we look at the team? Can we look at, like, stats? Oh, damn. Look at, like, actual stats. Goals. Toffoli, Lazarov, Filipovic, Elkier. Assists. 15, 15, 13, 12, 7, 7. Whew. Wow. Absolute freaking scenes. So, you guys fancy a Champions League first knockout round game followed up by Leeds in the Carabao Cup final? That sounds like fun. Everybody breathe and come down for that. So until next time, I'm James, you're you, this is TGWPIS FC. It's not how good you are, it's how good you want to be. You don't get drama like this in the Premier League. Well, you do, but... Right? We'll see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.